All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Gary B. Jr. Today, we're going to understand how to use chords in FreeShow. And this is going to involve adding chords to your song and manipulating them to adjust the way they look and showing them in your stage view for your worship team. And so I've got a song put up here. Now, mind you, I'm going to give a quick caveat. I am not a musician, nor do I have any musical abilities whatsoever. So I've never used chords personally, but I want to show you how they work so that you can apply them properly. So please don't get confused by my actions in this, because they are not the ideal for the actual functioning of a song. But as it pertains to how to use them in FreeShow, we can make that be easily understood. All right, so I've got a show here, and I'm just going to walk you through what you would do if you wanted to manually add chords to your show. So you go to edit at the top, and then you got your slide here, and we've got our text with the actual lyrics in it. At the very bottom of this page, you've got an option that says chords. When you click that, it says, okay, you need to choose a chord. And if you were to select this option, it's going to say, hey, click on any letter to add a chord. And so we need to pick any letter here to add where we want to put our chord. Now, you musicians out there will know exactly where they should go. I don't even have a clue where they should go. So I'm just going to click right here. And then you will pick a key, and you can pick the type of chord. It can be blank, I guess, if you need it to be. You could pick the bass key, right? And go from there. Or you can even add a custom value if you needed to as well. And I'm just going to select this chord in C, and I can say okay. And it locks it in right there. And then I can do another one because I'm still in my chord section down here. You can see at the bottom right, the chords are still active. So I can go here and I can add in another one. Mind you, I don't have a clue what I'm doing there. You also can do Roman keys. If I select that, you'll be able to see the numbers, the Roman numerals here, if that is your preference. All right. I'm going to go back to the regular keys and select F. And now I've got an F and a C there. Now, this is the stage, not the stage view. This is actually your audience view. All right. If you wanted to see what they were going to look like, and you wanted them to show on your audience view, you can hit the chords section here on the bottom right, and you can pick a color that you want your chords to be. You can enable or disable. You can pick the size and the vertical offset. So let's see what that would look like. If I select and I go back to the show, you'll see now this is the stage. This is the actual in-house view. You'll see the letter C and the letter F that we've added as our chords. We don't typically want to see that. So what I would do is I would go back into the edit mode, and we're gonna just disable the chords here. All right. They're still there. All right. So if we go here, you'll see down at the bottom, you got C and you got F. If you wanted to get rid of these, you can just simply click on the F and just hit delete. Let's see here. We can go there. We can rename. We can just delete it there, I guess. And nope. Oh, see selected up here. Oh, and now that it's selected, you can hit delete. All right. So let's add them right back. Let me add some more chords back in there. And I simply click on the chords. We'll go here and we'll go here. And then we go to choose a chord, or choose a letter. We can go here, we'll add in the F, and that's there. So now I got two C's and an F. All right. It's like a bad report card. But the chords are disabled in terms of they're not going to show up in our in-house view. But we do want them to show to the worship team. All right. So we want them to show on the stage view. So you got to have a stage view active. And the way you would activate your stage views is go to your settings, and then you would go to your outputs and add. You can go to this add button, and you'll see the option for a stage view. And if you already have one active, you simply select it and then enable it. And you would pick which layout that you want for your stage view. And that's what you'll get to see in your preview over here. But I'm going to go to the stage view just so we can see exactly what we've got. All right. So this is our stage view here. And this is the Bloomington Praise and Worship. And we've got the C, and the F, and it looks like that. So if I click this, you'll see this is how it would look for the praise team. They will see it that way. Now, you can also make adjustments to this. If I select this box, okay, now I've had this stage view already created. What if we wanted to create a new one? I can go here and I can delete this text box, If you don't have a stage view, we're going to just go here, and you will go to your items and you will select slide text, and it shows up there. And you can make this as big or small as you want. You could maybe make it go across like this. Let's see here. We'll make it go straight across the top and be that big. And then we'll do another one that is, so I'll go to my items, we'll do the next slide text. All right. So we can select that same button and it'll give us the next slide. And I'll pull that down to here. All right. And so we got the next slide and the current slide. And then I'm going to change the font of this one. So it'll be grayed out. We'll make it even more gray. That's too dark. We'll do it like that. All right. So it'll be like that. So it'll be kind of grayed out. And then we got this one here. So this is our current text. When I click that, I got options that I can use, just like we had in the edit page, where I can go to chords and I can show those chords and I can actually edit those chords. And I can adjust the vertical offset if I wanted them to be taller. You can see them moving up and down. I can bring them back down to be closer. Now notice that they're low enough to where if they were over a capital letter, they would actually overlap. So you can change the size. Maybe you want them to be smaller, so you can make them shrink down to where they're not too big. And then you can make the vertical offset be taller and have more room. And it's just automatically adjusting there because I got it set to auto size. We can turn that off if we wanted to, and it'll be just like that. And it's right now it's not set to keep style. So I can say keep style and it'll actually be smaller, but I want it to be bigger. We want it to be as big as we can get it. And then the font is set to auto size right now. So I can make it even bigger that way by making it auto size. All right. And so we can do that. And then I've got this option here for my lines. If we need to, we can adjust the line spacing. So we can go here and make the line spacing a little bit more if it's needed. All right. And I can turn off the auto size if we want to as well. So you can make adjustments, and we're in the stage view. We're editing our stage view. All right. And this is how you could adjust your chords, the view that your people on stage will see. You can change the color of them to whatever works best. You can make them red. You can make them yellow, whatever works. It's completely up to you. All right. So this is the basics on using FreeShow and managing your chords in terms of adding them to your actual slides by going to the edit page, and you will go to the bottom, select chords. And let me go to another one here. We'll do here, and we'll select the option that says chords, and we can click inside of there and we can put the chord, the type, the tension, and the bass, and then select that chord. It goes there, and then you can pick somewhere else and add another chord. And I'm just picking random chords here, okay? And then once that's done, you can see over, let's see, if we go to our text box, you've got an option in your in-house view to see chords, but you don't necessarily want those to show up in-house. So you would disable that. It's disabled by default. I just want you to know it's there, and that's not where you want to put them unless your audience stage view, your audience view is not necessarily for the stage, I guess, or it is for the stage. It's not for the audience. But I recommend you always make your stage view show your actual chords. And so we can do the same thing for this next slide. We can actually put the chords in there as well by simply selecting this box. And so now every time we go to a new slide, if I go over, you'll see that the current slide has the chords. And then this next slide, I didn't put any in that particular line or slide, so it's not any chords there, but you'll be able to go through and you'll be able to see your chords, and you can color code them like we did. You can select that, and then you can go down and see what color you want them to be for your actual show. All right. Hopefully this helps you understand better how FreeShow can really help you in your worship ministry to use chords for your musicians and singers. And till next time, I'm Gary B. Jr. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope it helped you in a major way. Now, at this point, most people would ask you to like and subscribe, and I think that's great, but my goal is a little bit different. My goal is to empower as many people as possible all over the globe. And there's one way that you can really help me do that, and that is to leave a comment below with a question, a thought, how this video may have helped you, or things that were left out that you still have questions about, and to share this video with someone just like you, someone who is looking for answers, someone who's curious and wants to grow. With your help, I believe we can build a community of people that want to grow together. So until next time, God bless.